Alright guys, as we get even closer to the iPhone 14 now, I have some updates today, and unfortunately the bad news is continuing. I want to go over that and all the latest Apple news, so if you're excited, it does help me out if you drop a like down below, and of course, I'm trying to beat my friend John to 500k, so hit subscribe so I win. Alright guys, iPhone 14, I want to go over the latest, which unfortunately is some bad news in this video. First of all, the base storage on the Pros isn't actually increasing. So you know how in the last video, we talked about how the Pros are getting more expensive. They're going to be starting at about $1099 for the 14 Pro and $1199 for the 14 Pro Max. The silver lining though was that Apple was going to be increasing the base storage from the 128 gigabytes that we have now on the iPhone 13 Pro up to 256. So yeah, $100 more was a pretty significant price increase, but with double the base storage, I see how that makes sense. Until it doesn't make sense, because now Jeff Poo, our boy, is telling us that the storage isn't actually increasing even though the phones are getting more expensive. That's right, according to Apple analyst Jeff Poo, in his latest report, he says that he does not believe the increased storage is happening, that 128 gigabytes will be the starting for both the 14 Pro and the 14 Pro Max. Which for a couple minutes I was sitting here in denial about, like, no, Apple wouldn't keep the storage and increase the price. Apple loves everyone. Apple would never have an SSD controversy where the storage is maybe less than it should be. Apple would never do that. And then I woke up and said, no, wait, that's exactly something Apple would do. Apple would definitely increase the price without giving us extra storage. And to be fair here, let's play both sides. 128 gigabytes has honestly been more than enough, I think, for most people. The thing is, if they're raising the prices, I expect more storage. Like, we should be getting more storage if the prices are going up. Like, the storage does not cost Apple more than, I would say, a couple of dollars extra per phone. I think that would be worth the call. So that's the first update here. The second thing is something that I noticed that I haven't seen anybody talking about regarding the size of the camera bump on the 14 Pro specifically. I mean, really take it in. Yes, it's just a little bit of an increase over last year, but looking at holistically over the years, just how much the camera bump has changed, it's kind of insane. Like, great visualization by Ian Zilbo. So I'm just sitting here looking at the size of this, like, wait, how is this gonna work with MagSafe? Like, you know how Apple's own accessory, the MagSafe Duo, barely works with the iPhone 13 Pro because of the camera bump. Imagine all the other MagSafe accessories, especially the third-party ones, that are not going to be compatible with the iPhone 14 Pro because of the stupidest reason that the camera is just getting that much larger. Because look at how close the camera is to MagSafe on the 13 Pro. Here, I'll hold it here so you guys can see it. Like, getting that much bigger, that's pretty much going to be in the way. And I'm sure Apple's come up with a solution, right? There's going to be some cost because of the camera bump, and it's not just going to be the phone rocking back and forth on the table more. Here's the thing though, it's easy to look at these past couple of weeks of bad news and be like, oh, the 14s are going to suck, but I don't believe that to be the case at all. I think these are some minor setbacks or considerations to be had. I mean, the phones are still going to look incredible. That new purple is going to be stunning. Not to mention that satellite connectivity could still be on the way. I mean, Mark Gurman keeps hinting at this, that it could be a serious option where without cell service, your iPhone 14 could make a phone call or send a text using a satellite. So there's that. It's not all doom and gloom. And when are these phones going to be announced? That's like the last big question. Well, we thought it would be Tuesday, September 6th, but a new rumor says it actually might just be a day later on Wednesday, September 7th. That's according to Max Weinbach, who says a second source reached out to him and said they had been hearing this Wednesday, September 7th date. So as of right now, it sounds like Tuesday the 6th or Wednesday the 7th for the iPhone 14 event, which again, like 3 weeks, we are so close. I have literally been building this rumor cycle for a year and it feels insane to be so close, and that's why I'm excited. So we've still got a lot to look forward to, even with a little bit of bad news. Now, wrapping things up in this video, something that Apple does in September pretty frequently as well is release a new version of the base $329 iPad. But this year, they're doing something totally different with the model. Rather than keeping the cost down and using an older design because this is a budget model, Apple is said to be completely redesigning it with the same design as an iPad Air or an iPad Mini or an iPad Pro with the flat edges. And dude, it looks so good. good because now all of the iPads will share the same design language. And according to another source, all iPads will now share USB-C. Here's your full list of specs for the iPad 10, including USB-C on here, but not limited to 5G, an A14 chip, a larger display, and of course that new design. There's a little catch though, this is a bad news video, so I guess I should stay true to myself in the title that, just you should know, if you buy this iPad, it's not gonna have a headphone jack. I didn't make the rules. I know. Wait, does anybody actually care? I mean, in 2016, removing the headphone jack, I'll say it was a bit early, and even the adapter, there were some times when I didn't have it and needed to use an aux. But on the iPad in 2022, are people still regularly using wired headphones? I'm not saying that they shouldn't exist. I use wired headphones all the time for like my podcast and stuff, but do we need that on like a iPad? I don't know. I don't think I'm really gonna miss it, but it's fine. Maybe, don't throw anything. Maybe this is a bad take. You let me know if you're gonna miss the headphone jack on the iPad down below. And let me know your thoughts on everything else in this video as we are so close to September. Guys, I'm hyped. All right, thank you for watching this. I love you so much. Stay tuned and subscribe for more. I've been Sam. Hope you're doing well. Catch you in the next one. Peace.